All righty then. Let's talk about Dana White. Pretty much breaking the news that he put a play in there for Tom Brady and Gronkowski to originally join the Las Vegas Raiders, but John Gruden blew it up. Now we remember when Tom Brady said he dissed the anonymous quarterback and the anonymous quarterback now is known to be Derek Carr when he said they chose to run with that mother effer over me. So he said that on LeBron James TV show, whatever the shop, whatever it's called. I don't watch it, but UFC President Dana White said he helped broker a deal for Tom Brady, Rob Gronkowski to join the Raiders in 2020, but John Gruden blew it up. So it says UFC Dana White helped set up a deal for Tom Brady and Robert Gronkowski to join the Las Vegas Raiders during the 2020 free agency period, but then Raiders head coach John Gruden blew up the deal. White told the story during the UFC with the Gronk's broadcast for the UFC 278 on Saturday night. They had it on TV. They was calling the fight. He said he never planned to tell the story until Gronkowski asked him about it on the broadcast. He said, quote, I worked to put the deal together for Brady and Gronk to come to the Raiders, White said. And it was almost a done deal. At the last minute, Gruden blew up the deal and said that he didn't want them, and all hell broke loose, man. It was crazy. He said, quote, Brady was already looking at houses and it wasn't being said yet that Gronk was coming. So Las Vegas would have had Brady and Gronkowski that year. The Buccaneers won the Super Bowl, except John Gruden blew the deal up. And there's so much story that goes along with the behind the scenes, and it was never going to tell the story until Gronk just said it. Added Gronkowski, Dana, that is exactly what happened. So there you go. And you know what that reminded me of? And I think we all heard this story, and most of us have heard this story in the past. That actually reminds me of when Doc Rivers blew up the Tim Duncan deal to Orlando. Remember, I don't know if you too young, but remember we was just growing up, and Tim Duncan was thinking about leaving San Antonio, and he was visiting Chicago, and he visited Orlando, and it was a done deal apparently to go to Orlando, but Doc Rivers wouldn't let his hold on, Doc Rivers wouldn't let his but Doc Rivers wouldn't let his family ride on a private jet. Yeah, he wouldn't let his family ride on a private jet, whatever, for whatever reason it was. And Tim Duncan, that made Tim Duncan go back to the San Antonio Spurs and not go to Orlando Magic. And that's when T Mac needed some help. At the time, everybody didn't know Grant Hill wasn't going to never really bounce back to what he should have been, But you know, he never got back to that form, and T Mac never got the help. And T Mac got the help, I think they probably would have made finals runs, and T Mac probably wouldn't have broke down so fast. He broke down because they carry so much of the he carries so much of the weight of that team. It happened to Penny Hardaway there too when Shaq left. He carried so much of the minutes and the grunt of their knees went out. So that was sad though. People forget how big a star Penny was and was going to be, you know. But but yeah, shoot. A lot of people were speculating on who he was talking about. And obviously we got a answer now. And obviously it was a little bit something to that Raider game. I think during the pandemic year, where no fans was allowed. I think it was a little bit something to that game. Brady kind of took that game a little more personal than other games and stuff of that nature. Yeah, it makes sense now. So he would have been in or the Raider in Las Vegas, and bro, they needed him. They needed him to sell them tickets the next year. Remember, they had permission to partially open, but Mark Davis said he wasn't gonna let nobody in until everybody can get in. And he got money like that. His pocket's big like that. He's a big fight fan. That's why a lot of people wanted the Crawford Spence fight to happen there. He always at the top ranked fights, but he says that the deal was near. Or that he says Derek Carr, the mother effer Tom Brady mentioned in the shop as the story began making the rounds on Saturday night. People began to connecting it with the quick tale that Brady told on HBO's The Shop in June. Brady said that he felt that he was being snubbed by a team that was interested, and then all of a sudden they weren't interested in the very end. He never mentioned the team by name and questioned his decision to stick with that quarterback they had versus Brady to mix. He said, quote, you sticking with that mother effer? Brady said on the shop. We knew he was talking about Derek Carr. We knew he was talking about Derek Carr. That's who he was talking about. Because when they played the Raiders, it was just a little bit too personal. Brady was going off that game. It was a little bit too personal. Given White and Gronkowski's story, the quarterback he referenced could be Derek. It was Derek Carr. It wasn't Derek Carr. It was. He was talking about Derek Carr. And they got all them weapons in NFC West, and we'll see. I think I'm rolling with the Broncos. The Chiefs or the Broncos. The Chargers always got bad luck. And Derek Carr just not that good to me, dude. But they could let that get in their way. He had that one good year, he got injured, just like Carson Wentz, never did it again. And then he reminded me of Stafford. I mean, I think Stafford a little bit more talented than him. I just don't think he got what it takes to get over the top without the perfect team. But he's just such a nice guy and a great leader too. So it says that Rob Gronkowski glad he and Brady didn't join the Raiders. He said Brady ultimately signed with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, who worked to trade with the Patriots to bring Gronkowski to town. They who won the Super Bowl in the first season together with head coach Bruce Arians in February 2021. So, quote, he said, I'm glad it didn't go through. Gronkowski said, quote, it all worked out for the best, man. I'm glad we went to Tampa, man. It just worked out. I love that place. So, I mean, yeah. Because John Gruden probably would have messed it up. I mean, Bruce Arians tried to mess it up a bunch. He threw Tom Brady under the bus several times. I just thought he was being hard on Jameis Winston. But he threw Tom Brady under the bus a couple times. That dude, they won the Super Bowl in spite of him. They did. He ain't that good of a coach, dude. He had that one good year's intern coach in Indianapolis, I believe it was. So, but he ain't that good of a coach. That's just my opinion on it. But nonetheless, what they would have wanted in the AFC, I mean, I don't know. I mean, because they made some great moves. They had some great defensive players with Tampa already. It was just the offense couldn't move the ball. And then they had some great offensive weapons, too. You got to remember, wasn't no Devontae Adams there neither. So, Tampa was a way better team. Looking at it, they had everything in place. Chris Godwin, Mike Evans. I mean, they had some, good people in the defense. William Ghosty from Detroit. Shout out to William Ghosted. They had a good defense. Back end was kind of questionable, but they front seven, Devin White, Levante David, Dominican Sue. I think Vita Villa was there. I mean, JPP. So yeah, they just needed that quarterback and Gronkowski. That's about it. The Raiders needed a hope and a dream, but maybe they can get people. Maybe they could have got somebody to come to LA. I mean to Vegas, and maybe Antonio Brown wouldn't have flipped out so fast. But he ain't never play again. He gonna be just like T.O. He gonna get his green jacket. He gonna get his green jacket mailed to him. A gold jacket. Even I ain't sure they gonna get that nut job a gold jacket. But he was talking about Derek Carr. And Derek Carr, man, he's solid, but I don't really see nothing special. But this year we're gonna find out. If he can go back to that 1 year he had in Raiders when he got hurt, man, dude, should he go back to that? They definitely got a chance. They definitely got a great chance with Devontae Adams. But Adams kind of be broken up too a lot. That's what nobody talking about. Adams be getting broke up too. But it should open up a whole different ball. It's too bad they couldn't keep Henry Ruggs, dog. I mean, he did what he did, which, it is what it is. It's a life decision. They can't protect you like you was in college no more. They can't protect you like that no more. But it is what it is, man. I really thought that that Tampa ended up being a really good place for them. But hey, check out the NFL playlist, thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel. The subscribe button is the bell icon button. Hit all notifications, increase your chance of notifications. We go live, we drop a video. Financially, you want to support the channel, Cash App, $CJ Good 313, Venmo, CJ Good 313, PayPal link description, all that's in the the link tree as well too. Hit the link tree, it's the first in the description. Follow me on Twitter, Twitch, Instagram, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Spotify, a couple other places as well too. Cash App, Venmo, PayPal. Appreciate the love, support. One time for the one time. Goodfella TV. Peace.